the benefits of doing yajna, dan, tapa will be fruitless, the study of Vedas and Puranas will be useless, and the reaching of Swarga is impossible if one does not observe the Kārtik Māsa. And Brahmaji tells Narad Muni that one who does not take any vow during Kārtika will not get result of any of his pious activities. And it is said by Sanatana Goswami that one who does not observe Kārtika Mantha means he is wasting the very precious time, as if somebody got a Chintamani jewel and he throws it in the dustbin. And it is said that 10 years of pious activities will be nullified if a person does not do 3 things in the Kārtika Māsa. And those 3 things are that if a person does not hear Hari Katha, if a person does not worship Lord Krishna, and a person does not see a Vaishnava. So if the 3 things are not done by anybody, then his past 10 years pious activities, results will be nullified. And when we are doing the satsang like this, so we should remember that we are doing all these 3 activities. We are doing Hari Katha, so first thing is done. And since we are doing Hari Katha, so by doing Hari Katha, we are worshipping Lord Krishna. Yagyehi Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Subhidasa. In Kali Yuga, the intelligent people worship Lord Krishna by chanting His glories. And since we are seeing each other, so the darshan of Vaishnava is also done. So during Kārtika Māsa, it's very important to do any satsanga, because by doing the satsanga, we are able to perform all these 3 activities. And Sanatana Goswami says in the Kārtika month, one may take a number of vows, but of all those vows, 5 types of vows are very important. And those 5 vows are the Hari Jagran, that's number 1, that during Kārtika Māsa, one should try to stay up at least 1 night for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. The second is bathing very early morning before the sun rises, or not before the sun rises, bathing around 4 o'clock. It's very auspicious. And Sanatana Goswami gives a relaxation to the old people and the deceased people. They cannot take the bath early morning. They can chant Lord Krishna's name and purify themselves. And completing any charitable work which has been started, for example, constructing the temple, if it's completed during this month, it's very good. The tending the tulsi plants, if we cultivate tulsi plants, if we offer the jala, if we offer the lamp, it's very auspicious. And finally, offering deepa, it's very auspicious during this month. And Sanatana Goswami says, if one cannot offer a lamp to Lord Hari, then alternatively he can try to revive the lamp which has been offered by somebody else by pouring the ghee into that lamp. Or one can try to protect the lamp which has been offered to the Lord from the wind. And that gives the equal benefit. And Sanatana Goswami says that if one cannot perform any of these vows, then one should simply serve a Brahmana or a Vaishnava or worship a banyan tree. And so these are the five vows which Sanatana Goswami mentions specifically in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And after giving these 5 vows, he describes the benefits of following some of these vows. And he gives the benefit of, he mentions in detail the benefit of offering a lamp for the pleasure of Lord Hari. Sanatana Goswami says that the sins committed by a person in millions of kalpas get destroyed simply by offering a lamp to Lord Hari. And after the sins are destroyed, then naturally the person goes to Krishna's loka, and the benefit of offering a lamp is equal to visiting Kurukshetra millions of times during a solar eclipse time, or the benefit of offering one lamp is millions times greater than the benefit of taking bath in Narmada river during lunar eclipse. And the virtue of offering a ghee lamp with camphor is that anyone born or to be born in a family lineage, including the forefathers, they go to heaven, they enjoy the heaven for millions of years, and after that they get the liberation. And The virtues of offering Akhand Deepa, we know it's very auspicious to light a lamp for the pleasure of Lord Damodara. We should run for 30 days. So Sanatana Goswami says that anyone who offers Akhand Deepa to Lord Damodara, then at the time of his or her death, Krishna will send a carrier which will be illuminated with lamps to take the person to Golok Dham. And the virtue of reviving someone else's lamp, it is said that if you revive someone else's lamp by pouring the ghee or protecting it from the wind, then the benefit is equal to donating the grains during the Shraddha period. The benefits are equal to distributing water during the summer months, and the person does not have to go to hell if a person simply protects the lamp which has been offered by somebody else. And then virtues of offering the string of the lamps, the Deep Mala. Sanatana Goswami says if anyone offers a string of lamps, particularly on the Ekadashi day or the Dvadashi day, on the Deepavali day, the string of lamp inside in the temple and outside the temple, both the places, then the person gets a Sarupya Mukti. That after he leaves the body, he will get the form and features exactly as that of Lord Vishnu. And none of his family members will go to hell. And once he leaves his body, his path to Golok Dham will be illuminated by lamps on both the sides. So Sanatana Goswami describes in detail the glories of offering the lamp various ways. And then he describes a number of other vows or other devotional activities which should be performed during Kārttika month. And Sanatana Goswami says that one should be reciting daily Damodara Ashtakam, the 8 verses composed by Satyavrata Muni, and it is given in the Padma Puran as per Hari Bhakti Vilas. During this month, one should be chanting Vishnu Sahasranam or chanting Ganjanara Moksha early in the morning before the sun rises, and one should try to circumambulate the Lord Vishnu's temple, because if you just move one step while circumambulating the temple, it gives you the benefit of performing Ashwamekh Yajna. And one should try to recite Srimad Bhagavatam during this month, because if we recite even a quarter verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, it gives us the benefit of reading all the Puranas. And if we hear Hari Katha during Damodar month, then our hundreds of family generations will be liberated. And if we do 3 things in Damodar month, then even the demigods worship us, and we can get the Sarupya Mukti, or we can get the features same as Lord Vishnu after we leave the body. And Sanatana Goswami says that those 3 things are the taking the bath early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurat Snan. Then second is offering the lamp to Lord Hari, and third is taking care of the Tulsi plant. And all these 3 things are very easy to be done, like taking the bath early in the morning and offering a lamp to Tulsi Devi. And after describing the virtues of following several vows, Sanatana Goswami mentions a number of things which should not be done during Kārtik Maas. And of course, one has to follow the 4 regulatory principles. But apart from that, Sanatana Goswami mentions a number of things which should not be eaten during the Kārtik Maas. So things prohibited to be eaten during Kārtik Maas: one should not eat rajma, one should not eat eggplant, urad dal, parmal, anything which is preserved for a long time. For example, pickles, fermented items. And Sanatana Goswami says food meant for others should not be eaten. So food meant for others means what? That we should not eat more than what we need, or we should eat bare minimum. Because the lesser we eat, the more is the food saved for others. And one more thing, Sanatana Goswami mentions that one should eat food in silence. That means one should not talk while he is honoring the prasadam. And towards the end of 16th chapter, Sanatana Goswami gives a description of the few festivities which are performed during Kārtika Maas. So those are very interesting one, and many of them we have been following it for many years since our childhood, but we did not know that from where those came up. But I'll give you a brief account of all those festivities which Sanatana Goswami has mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So in the Damodar month, there are two periods. One is the dark fortnight and the one is the bright fortnight. So the Damodar month starts from the dark fortnight. It starts when the Purnima ends, and once the Purnima ends, the dark fortnight starts. So first 15 days are called a dark fortnight, and the next 15 days after Diwali or Amavasya are called a bright fortnight. So now coming to the dark fortnight, the first is the Ashtami, the 8th day of the dark fortnight. This is called a Krishna Ashtami, and this is the day when Arishtasura was killed, and following the killing of Arishtasura, the Radha Kund and Krishna Kund were manifested, and this day is also known as Bahulashtami. And Sanatana Goswami says if anyone takes a bath in Radha Kund or Krishna Kund on this particular day, then he is going to become Lord Krishna's very dear devotee. And after Krishna Ashtami or Bahulashtami, Krishna Trayodashi comes. This day is also known very popularly as Dhanteras. This is the day when Lord Dharmantri appeared to give us the knowledge of Ayurveda so that we can keep our body healthy to enable us to perform the devotion service for a longer period of our life. And Sanatana Goswami says on Dhanteras, one should light the lamp outside the house to honor Yamraja, and if we do so, then one protects from untimely death. And Sanatana Goswami says since Yamraja is one of the Mahajana and the great devotee of Lord Krishna, one should be honoring him by offering a lamp on the 13th day of the dark fortnight period. And the day following Krishna Trayodashi is known as Krishna Chaturdashi. It is known as Choti Diwali day also. And this is the day when Krishna killed Narkasura and released 16,000 women from his prison. And this day is also called Narka Chaturdashi. And on this day, Sanatana Goswami says that we should worship Dharamraj in the afternoon by offering a lamb. And Sanatana Goswami says that we have to take bath very early morning in Brahma Muhurta during all the 30 days. But one who does not take bath early morning on the Chotri Diwali day, then he loses the benefit of the pious activities performed in the past 1 year. So it's very important to take a bath in the Brahma Muhurat on the Choti Diwali or the Krishna Chaturdashi day. And again it's mentioned that one should be offering lamb in the evening for the pleasure of Lord Hari on the 14th day of the dark fortnight. And the 15th day of the dark period or the dark fortnight period is Amavasya, and that's the day is the Dipavali day. And Sanatana Goswami says on this day, everyone except children or deceased should fast until the dusk time. And it is mentioned that the woman of the house should worship the Lakshmi at the time of dusk by offering some prayers, by lighting the lamp, and then they should honor the prasad. And Sanatana Goswami says that if any woman does so means fast on the Dipavali day and breaks the fast after worshipping Lakshmi, then Lakshmi Devi will continue to be with that woman for next 1 year. That's a benediction given for following that vow. And on the day next to Dipavali day is Govardhan Puja day, and Sanatana Goswami mentions a few things about the Govardhan Puja day. And Sanatana Goswami says that on this day one should worship the Govardhan hill in the very early morning by making a hill from the cow dung. And Sanatana Goswami says that one should not be milking the cows on this particular day, particularly in the morning. One should not be yoking the bulls on this particular day. Rather, the cows and bulls should be let free so that they can play among each others and can enjoy this particular day. And Sanatana Goswami says that Bali Maharaj is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. He offered everything he had with him. He perfected himself by performing one of the 9 angas of devotion service known as Atma Nivedanam. He surrendered himself, he offered himself to the Lord. So Sanatana Goswami says one should honor Bali Maharaj in the evening by making his drawings, by offering in the lamp, blah blah, doing the few things. And on this particular day, the Govardhan Puja day, is a day when Bali Maharaj offered himself to Vamandeva. So that one particular pastime was also performed during this month when Lord Vamana begged 3 pieces of land from Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj surrendered himself. And when Bali Maharaj surrendered everything to Lord Vamandev, Lord Vamandev gave him a benediction that if one gives a charity to non-Brahmanas, then that person's, we should say that if one obtains the merits of giving a charity to someone, then he will lose the merits of the charity if one does not worship Bali Maharaj on the Govardhan Puja day in the evening. Similarly, if one who recites japa with a disturbed mind, then the benefits or the merits of all his pious activities will go to Bali Maharaj. That means the person who does not worship Bali Maharaj will lose the merits of his pious activities. How? That those merits will go to Bali Maharaj. And Vamandev says that one who does not worship you on the first day of Kārtika's bright fortnight period, he will also lose the benefits of his pious activities. So these are the few things mentioned to be done on the Govardhan Puja day. And the next day of the Govardhan Puja is called Shukla Dvitiya, or in India it is known as Bhai Dooj. This is the day when Yamraj visited her sister's house, and Yamraj's sister name is Yamuna Devi. And after Yamraj ate the food which was cooked by Yamuna Devi, he was so much happy that he gave a benediction to Yamuna Devi that on this particular day, Bhai Dooj day, if anybody takes a bath or anybody visits you, will be liberated from all kinds of sinful reactions of his sins. And it is said that on this particular day, the person should not eat the food at his house. Rather, the person should visit his sister's house, and the sister should cook the food with love and offer to her brother, and in return the brother should be giving some gift to the sister. So Raksha Bandhan is the day is known as a brother's day, and the Bhai Dooj is the day known as a sister's day, when the sister offers the food with lot of love and devotion to the brother. And the 8th day of the bright fortnight is known as Gopa Ashtami day, and until this day Krishna or Vasudeva was known as Vatsapa. Vatsa means the calves, and Pa means tending. Vatsapa means the somebody who tends the calves, the small babies of the cows. So until this day, Krishna would take the cows into the forest for tending them. But from this day onward, Yashoda Mata and Nand Baba allowed him to take the cows to the forest for tending. And it is said by one of the acharyas that when Krishna wanted to take the cows to the forest, Yashoda Mata said that, my son, you wear the chappals. And Krishna says, no, I am not going to wear the chappals. And Yashoda Mata says, why don't you want to wear the chappals? So Krishna said, Mata, see all these cows, they don't wear any chappal. So how can I wear any chappals or any sandal? So cows were hearing this conversation between Krishna and Yashoda Mata. And cows had so much love for Krishna that they immediately ran to the forest, and we know that Nanda Baba had more than 900,000 cows in his house. So all those 900,000 cows walked on the way which Krishna will follow to take them to the forest. And all those 900 cows crushed the pebbles and stones on the path into the powder, so that when Krishna takes them to the forest, Krishna will not feel any pain. So this is also one of the wonderful pastimes performed by Lord Krishna during this month. And it is said that it's very auspicious to worship cows on this particular day in any form. You can offer some Lakshmi, you can send some donation to the Gaushala, you can offer some grass, you can worship the cows, you can save the glories of cows. And anybody who worships the cows on this particular day, then all his or her desires are fulfilled. And then there is another day called Prabodhini Ekadashi. Prabodhini Ekadashi is the day when Lord Vishnu is awakened from his sleep. The 4 months before this particular day, the Lord Vishnu goes to take the rest, and on this particular day, the Lord is awakened from his sleep, from his transcendental sleep, by performing a number of rituals. And following the day of Ekadashi, which is known as Devathan Ekadashi, it's a Dwadashi day. And Dwadashi day is the day when the devotees who have taken the vows during Kārttika month should break those vows. And they can break the vows by accepting the items which they were not eating during the Kārtik month. And then Sanatana Goswami says the last 5 days are known as Bhishma Panchaka. The devotees can observe the Bhishma Panchaka if possible by taking more vows during those 5 days. And our acharyas have said that anybody who observes the Bhishma Panchaka or anybody who observes any vows during the last 5 days of Kārtika Mas will get the benefit of performing those vows for all the 30 days. So this is in brief the glories of Kārtika Mas, which have been described by Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas and commented upon in the Digdarshini Tika. Now regarding the vows, although Sanatana Goswami mentions a number of things, but following the parampara of Srila Prabhupada, we should remember that we should be careful when we take any vow or when we take the number of vows. The very first thing we should remember that we should not take excessive number of vows. Atyahar prayasasya. Over endeavoring will kill the devotion service. If we take excessive number of vows, then we may not be able to observe them, or we may fall sick. It may impede our regular devotion service. One may not be able to get up for Mangalarti. One may not be able to chant the rounds. One may fall sick. And if you think that any such thing can happen to you, then please, don't take any such vows. Continue to perform your regular sadhana, and no need to take all these vows. Taking a vow to offer one lamb for the pleasure of Lord Damodara itself is a big vow. Taking a vow to get up early in the morning is also a vow. Taking a vow to recite one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam is also a vow. So there is no need to think of taking so many vows by which one gets filled with so many anxieties. And Krishna says those kinds of vows are the vows in the mode of ignorance. And Prabhupada never liked performing any or taking any of these vows. And one thing we have to remember, that whatever we do during the Kārtika Mas, we should do for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, Lord Damodara. There should not be any material desire taking any of those vows. And Sanatana Goswami says, leave aside the activity of offering the lamp or reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Krishna Katha for the pleasure of Krishna. Sanatana Goswami says that even our bathing in the early morning should be performed for the pleasure of Lord Damodara. And Sanatana Goswami gives two very beautiful verses in Hari Bhakti Vilas, which should be recited by everybody. And those two verses are like this. The first verse is the Sankalpa mantra, that one who takes the vow, before he starts observing the vow, he should chant this mantra to invoke the blessings of Lord Damodara. So the Sankalp mantra is Kārtike aham karishyami pratah snanam janardana priti artham tava devesha damodara maya saha. So, O Janardana, O Keshava, O Damodara, you are accompanied by Sri Radhika. Damodara maya saha. Damodara maya saha means you are accompanied by Sri Radhika. So first, Sanatana Goswami chants various names of Lord Krishna and invokes his blessings. And then he says, during this month, Kārtike aham karishyami, that during the Kārtik month, aham means I, karishyami, I will do. What I will do? Pratah snanam, that I am taking a vow that every day morning before sunrise, I will take a bath. And I will take that bath, priti artham tava devesha, that I will take that bath for your pleasure. So this should be the mood of taking any vow or absorbing any vow during the month of Kārtika. And there is another mantra which should be chanted before one start taking the shower. The mantra goes like this: Tava dhyanena devesha jalesmin snatum udhyata tvat prasadacha ma papam damodaro vinashyatu. Devesha, Deva Isha, the Lord of all lords. O Devesha, jalesmin snatum udhyata. Jalesmin means is in this water. Snatum udhyata, I am about to take bath. But how I am going to take bath? He is praying to the Lord that Tava dhyanena devesha, please help me to meditate upon you while I am taking this bath. And then, O Damodara, may my sins be destroyed through your mercy. That Tvat prasadat cha me papam, that by your mercy, Tvat prasadat means by your mercy, ma papam, my all sins get destroyed. Vinashyatu. So it's a very beautiful verse, and in this verse we can see the mood of a devotee. The mood of a devotee is that even before doing any simple activity, very routine activity, which is taking the bath, he is invoking the mercy of the Lord, and he is praying to the Lord that he should be able to meditate upon the Lord while he is taking the bath. So that should be our mood throughout the Damodar month. Whatever activity we do, anything we can think of, we should think we are doing it for the pleasure of Krishna, and we should offer it Lord Krishna. And so now these are the few things I wanted to share with you regarding the glories of Kārtik month. And as I mentioned, during Kārtik Māsa, Lord Krishna has performed many pastimes. Some of the pastimes are known to us, some of the pastimes are not known to us. Krishna has got two types of leelas: manifested leela, unmanifested leela. Manifested leela means the leelas which he showed to us when he appeared in this world, or when his incarnations appeared in this material world. There are unmanifested leelas which nobody could capture, or the leelas which Krishna did not show to us. Krishna is Ananta, so similarly all his pastimes are also unlimited. So nobody can capture Krishna's all pastimes. That's not possible. But of Krishna's all pastimes, the most celebrated pastime is the pastime of Damodar Leela. There is no other pastime of Krishna which is as celebrated as Damodar Leela. Damodar Leela is the only pastime of Lord Krishna which is remembered by the devotees all over the universe. Not once in a while, not once in a year, rather 30 days continuously. And it's remembered in various ways. It's remembered by seeing the picture of Lord Damodara, by offering the lamb to Damodara, by offering the bhoga to Lord Damodara. And this pastime has been described by various Paramhamsas, starting from Shukdev Goswami. Shukdev Goswami has mentioned this pastime in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Satyavata Muni has also glorified Damodar pastime by chanting Damodarashtakam. Sanatana Goswami has described in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Gopal Bhatt Goswami also has described it. Jeev Goswami has commented upon it in Gopal Champu. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented upon it in Sara Darshani. And one of the great devotee about which we do not know who commented upon Damodar Leela is Hari Shuri. Hari Suri or Hari Shori. Many times people call him Hari Shori. We have one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada known as Hari Shori. Hari Shori Prabhu. So there is a very great devotee of Lord Krishna. His name was Hari Suriji. And Radha Govind Maharaj, he talks a lot about Hari Shuri Prabhu, because the literature what he has given, it is in Sanskrit, and Radha Govind Maharaj is an expert scholar in Sanskrit, and he used to read a lot from Hari Suri's scripture. And the greatness of the Hari Suri Prabhu is that he has given us the reasons of Krishna's various activities which he performed in his various pastimes. Shukdev Goswami has given us the Damodar Leela, that what did Krishna do during Damodar Leela. But why did Krishna do a particular thing, or why a particular thing happened during Damodar Leela has been described by Hari Shuri Prabhu. He was a very great devotee, appeared about 200 years back in Nasik, and in his family lineage, the people were worshipper of Sant Tukaram, and we know Sant Tukaram was also a very great devotee of Lord Krishna. So he also got initiated from Sant Tukaram, and when he was 30 years old, he took some vows. And what were his vows? That he would take bath every day morning in the Brahma Muhurat. After taking the bath, he would chant Gayatri Mantra. After chanting Gayatri Mantra, he would chant Vishnu Sahasranam. After chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, he would recite 12 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam. And after chanting Srimad Bhagavatam 12 chapters, he would serve the cows for a couple of hours. And after doing all this sadhana, he will have his first morsel of food in the day. So he continued to observe all these vows for 12 years. And he wanted to continue to observe these vows for the rest of his life. But after he observed these vows for 12 years, one day he was serving the cows. And while serving the cows, somebody touched his pet. Somebody put his hand on the back. And just by the touch, Hari Suri Prabhu could understand who is this person. And he turned back, and it was Lord Krishna himself. And as soon as he had the darshan of Lord Krishna, he got into tears. He offered his prostrated obeisances, and he said, "My Lord, give me the strength so that I can continue to serve you by these vows for the rest of the years." And although he has perfected his life by having Lord Krishna's darshan in his lifetime, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that Janam Safal Tara Krishna Darshan Jar भाग्य हो याचे एक बार, कि जन्म सफल तार, किसका जन्म सफल होता है? कृष्ण दर्शन जार, कि जिसको कृष्णा का दर्शन हुआ. कब दर्शन हुआ? भाग्य हो याचे एक बार, कि in this lifetime, if anybody gets darshan of Krishna just one time, then his life is successful. So Hari Suri has perfected his life and ready to Golok Dham. But Krishna says, "No, you stay here and you have to do some seva for me. Forget all these vows." So, "My Lord, what seva can I do for you?" So Krishna said you have to describe my pastimes which I performed in Dwapar Yuga. So Harisuri said, my Lord, these pastimes have already been described by so many other devotees, including Shukdev Goswami. So what is the need for me? So Krishna says, you have to give the reasons of all those activities which I performed in those pastimes. And those reasons have not been given by any other devotee. And Krishna says, in this material world, even an ordinary man performs an activity with some motive, with some bija, with some desire in the heart. So how can I perform so many activities without any reasons? So whatever activities I performed, there were reasons behind those activities. So how would I know those reasons? So Krishna blessed him by saying that you start writing the reasons of my pastimes, and I will tell you what were the reasons of those particular activities. And then Harisuri started writing or describing the pastimes of Lord Krishna, which is given in the 10th canto. Harisuri did not do any work other than the 10th canto commentary. He did not comment on any other canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, only 10th canto, up to 49th chapter, Vrindavan Leela. After that, he left his body. But he had described in very detail 49 chapters of 10 cantos. It means about 2500 verses. So for those 2500 verses, he has given the commentaries in 5000 verses. So it's very detailed commentary he has given. And the book is known as Bhakti Rasayanam. Bhakti Rasayanam Kavya Madhurya, Kavya Goshtam. And so in this scripture, Harisuri has given us the reasons why Lord Damodara performed various activities in his Damodar Leela. And Krishna willing, we will be discussing some of the activities what Lord Krishna manifested in Damodar Leela in the next week or the following weeks. And we will start from 10th canto chapter 9, verse number 1 and 2, and we will continue for a couple of more sessions. But now I like to give the viram to the katha. It's already 11:15, and the devotees are welcome with their questions or comments. And if devotee does not have any questions or comments, then I would like to know from the devotees any one or two things they picked up from this morning katha. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, आपने वो जो संकल्प मंत्र बताया, अभी आज 6th डे है, आज से भी ले सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ Mataji, that sankalp mantra, that essentially it contains Lord Krishna's names. So we can chant Krishna's names anytime, and but even you can chant tomorrow morning also. There is no harm. And next time you can remember. And if you cannot remember that verse, then still you can chant Hare Krishna mantra. That is the best thing. And I'll send it to you, or next time I'll show it on the screen. I'll write it and I can show it on the screen and you can note it down. Or we will post it in our group so that you can note it and recite it.
और प्रभु आपने बताया last 5 days सिर्फ वो करने से भी पूरा महीने का मिलता है, right?
Yeah, Bhishma Panchaka है ना. Bhishma Panchaka, Bhishma is, Bhishma Deva Panchaka means 5 days है ना. So the way Bhishma Deva, yeah, right. So now you enjoy for 25 days. You forget there is no Damodar month. Just remember, last 5 days. Anyway, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us such a wonderful lecture.
Thank you, Mataji.
We just used to know importance of Kārttika Māsa, but today you have explained in detail everything, everyday importance, what it is in this month. Just want to know, you told about this cow's puja. So on which day it is, Prabhuji?
It is on the Gopashtami day. The day comes 8th day from the Govardhan Puja day.
Now in this month, on which date it is?
It would be on 21st or 22nd. First Diwali will come, Amavasya day, and 8th day from Amavasya. That's Gopashtami day.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
thanks a lot for your
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. So, Prabhuji, Mataji, if other devotees do not have their questions, can I request the devotees who are present here, starting in the alphabetical order, every devotee can mention just one thing they picked up from the class.
See, there are a lot of vows, easy vows we can take in this Kārttika month. So there are at least 5 easy vows like Adhivajan, and one night we don't sleep, and 4 o'clock every day we should bath. That I already have started doing. Then charitable work, and very easiest is Tulasi Puja in the morning, and offering Deepa to the that also we are doing in the early morning. Thank you very much.
So, Prabhu is staying up in the night. We should remember that after staying up in the night, we should not sleep during Mangalarti time. Prabhupada did not recommend it. So, if your body cannot take it up, then better don't stay up in the night, and rather you follow your daily routine and stay up for the Mangalarti. That is good. And the easiest vow you can take is offering a lamb to the Lord. Right? Then I think everybody can do it.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. What you taught during offering the lamb, ghee lamb is better. That informed, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, the ghee lamb or the sesame oil lamb, both are good.
The ghee lambs, I know, like for cow ghee or like amul ghee also. Okay, Prabhuji.
It's a cow ghee, Mataji. It's a cow ghee.
Okay. And for that, we have to only use for this lamp. We are not supposed to use for any cooking purpose, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, the ghee which you are using for Krishna's worship, we should not use for other purpose. Right?
Okay. Understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
One of the good points we took today was that, as you mentioned, that during Dev Diwali day, you are supposed to get up and have a bath early and, offer your obeisances to Krishna and to Tulasi Mata. Otherwise, the pious activities for the whole year are, nullified.
Yes. Right.
So that we must take great care. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, one point today's class you told that Dhanteras is meant for worshipping Dhanvantari, but I always thought it is to worship Dhanalakshmi. so that was the mood always, but it is for Lord Dhanvantari and he incarnated on that day. This is a good information.
And we have to worship Yamraj. We have the custom that we light the lamp outside the house. So the lamp is to honor Yamraja, because Yamraj is one of the Mahajana and the great devotee of the Lord. So if you offer the lamp on Dhanteras outside your house, then you are protected from untimely death.
Again, there was a misconception here, Prabhu, in my mind. I don't know, I think my wife might be knowing, but we always light the lamp outside our house to welcome again Lakshmi on that day.
Yeah, right.
So that was my thought.
Yeah, right. Because our mind is always with the Lakshmi, right, Prabhu? So, yeah. But anyway, thank you, Prabhu.
We do light the lamp for a long time, but we never knew about the exact reasons. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, because normally on that day, so actually we distribute sweets and like it's a Deepavali.
Yeah.
Narka Chaturdashi. So you say actually in your class you were saying that one must fast till dusk.
Oh, on the Deepavali day, Amavasya day. Amavasya day, one should be fasting. So that is given in the scripture. Now, one may not follow it, like we do not fast on the Deepavali day. Same thing on the Gaur Purnima day, it's a holy day. People, they do not fast, but we fast on that day. So I mentioned what has been told by Sanatana Goswami, and as I said, we can do as much as we can do, and some of the things that cannot be done or we cannot do. Then it's fine, Prabhu. Krishna, we will have to settle our account when we leave our body.
So we can have like that.
Yeah, Prabhu, it is given in the Digdarshani Tika, that the book, I have the book, I can share it with you. It's very interesting Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Harishauri's pastimes are very wonderful.
Yeah.
Harishauri's you talked about. Prabhuji, what is the relationship between Gajendra's prayers to this Damodara Leela? Why Gajendra's prayers have to be spoken on Damodara Leela?
Prabhu, this see Gajendra's pastimes was performed not in the Dwapar Yuga, it was in the Satya Yuga, and I'm not sure what is the connection, between Damodar Leela or the reciting Gajendra Moksha during Damodar Mas. Like, Hari Bhakti Vilas says one should be chanting Vishnu Sahasranam during Damodar month. Now, why Vishnu Sahasranam has to chant it, we do not know. But the point, what I understand, that one has to remember the Lord, and any one of the ways one can remember the Lord. That's all I know, but I do not know, Prabhu, what is the reason of chanting Gajendra Moksha during Damodar month.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Devnath Pranam. It was a very wonderful regarding the whole Kārttika month and the significance of each day. But the most important takeaway point for me is do not take many vows, but just take the vows which you can follow and strictly implement. So that is the best thing I will take out from the today's class, and will certainly follow the same thing. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for this explaining all the significance of the particular whole month. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. It was nice to know everything. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thanks. Nice class and for so many brother. And I was confused when you were speaking about so many brother. But last conclusion you have nicely given that at least Lamp and Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting. But Prabhuji, I just missed one point. That when you explain about the 5 points about the Hari Jagaranam and tending Tulsi Maharani and the charitable works and the offering deepas, what about the another point you told?
The 5 points, Prabhu, the Hari Jagran is there, tending the Tulasi leaf is there. Oh, you missed, Prabhu, bathing before sun rises, Brahma Muhurat Snan. Yeah. So the first is Hari Jagran, Brahma Muhurat Snan, completing charitable work, tending Tulasi, and offering a lamp. These are 5 vows.
Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
One point you said about fasting from Amavasya day for Lakshmi Mata. Here, normally the mood is to enjoy the wealth and to get the wealth. That mood should not be there, right? While fasting for Lakshmi Mata.
Sorry, Prabhu, we could not hear your question, Prabhu. Can you repeat it?
So, on Amavasya day, you said that normally the housewives or the ladies should fast for Mata Lakshmi till the dusk and then break the fast. And the result is Mata Lakshmi will be always with that housewife for the next year. So here the mood should not be to receive benediction in terms of wealth and prosperity from Lakshmi Mata. What should be the mood?
The mood be, Prabhu, the Sanatana Goswami says in the same scripture that whatever we do, the mood should be to please Lord Krishna. And again, we will talk about how the Lakshmi Devi should be worshipped. We should not be worshipping Lakshmi Devi separate from Lord Rama or Lord Vishnu. So both have to be worshipped together. But Sanatana Goswami, he knows that not everyone is not a Pakka devotee. So in order to encourage the people to worship Lord Krishna, some of the allurations, have been given. Like you want to attract the child or you want to induce the child to do something, then you show him some toffee, so that he will follow your advice. So that's the mood of Sanatana Goswami in this scripture. Hare Krishna.
अमावस्या के बाद में 1 वीक के बाद तुलसी विवाह आरंभ होता है ना, तो हमें अबू धाबी में तुलसी विवाह कैसे सेलिब्रेट करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए उस दिन, प्रभु जी?
Tulsi Vivaha is on the Ekadashi day, Devothan Ekadashi day, not after 1 week. It's the 11th day from Amavasya.
Okay.
Right? So that's the day of Tulsi Vivaha. So I know in the past, some Matajis have done the celebration that they will organize some program and they worship Tulsi Devi. And traditionally, this is the marriage between Shaligramji Shila and Tulsi Devi, right? And the way we do the wedding of a boy and girl. So similarly, in India, many places, the wedding of Shaligramji with Tulsi is done and with very big pomp and show. But in Abu Dhabi, you can simply worship Tulsi Devi as you are worshipping every day. You can offer the lamb. You can glorify Tulsi Devi by chanting some verses. And that's all you can do. But otherwise, the way it is done in India, we can't do it here. It's not feasible. But the remembrance is more important. Remembrance is more important than doing the ritual. If we can remember Lord Krishna's devotees, then the purpose of performing those rituals are fulfilled.
Okay. प्रभु जी शालिग्राम नहीं है तो लड्डू गोपाल जी के साथ कर सकते हैं क्या?
माता जी इसके बारे में मेरे को मालूम नहीं है और फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग मैंने कभी तुलसी शालिग्राम जी का विवाह का जो उत्सव है मैंने अटेंड करने का मेरे को सौभाग्य नहीं मिला मेरे को, तो मुझे इसके बारे में ज़्यादा मालूम नहीं है. बट वन थिंग आई नो कि कोई भी रिचुअल करना होता है हमको, और अगर हम नहीं कर पाते तो हमको भगवान को याद करना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम जितने भी रिचुअल करते हैं ना, जो भी कुछ करते हैं, सबका उद्देश्य समसिद्धिम हरितोषणम, सबका उद्देश्य भगवान को प्रसन्न करना होता है. और जैसे हम भगवान को याद करते हैं भगवान प्रसन्न होते हैं. सो अगर आप तुलसी शालिग्राम जी विवाह नहीं कर सकते, आप बैठ के कृष्ण भगवान को याद करिए 10 मिनट से 15 मिनट का. यू कैन रिसाइट श्रीमद् भागवतम ऑल्सो फॉर 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. Yeah, that's also fine.
तुलसी Dekkhami Ekadashi, there is a tradition to do 24-hour Harinam Sankirtan. Tradition to do 24-hour Harinam Sankirtan. That's also another thing done.
Prabhu, this 24-hour Sankirtan I do not know, but I know that on the Ekadashi day, the night of the Ekadashi, the person should stay up in the night and chant the Hare Krishna mantra or recite Srimad Bhagavatam. But 24 hours Kirtan, Prabhu, I do not know. But the point is that, Prabhu, there is no restriction doing the 24 hours Kirtan. But again, it should not hamper your regular sadhana. There is no point in doing 24 hours Kirtan, sitting for 24 hours and then sleeping for next entire day and not doing anything. Srila Prabhupada did not like it at all.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Close the session here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.